The country Israel was formed on 14th May 1948. Before 1948, the country Israel was not there in the world map. Then how did the country Israel has come into exist? What was the ploy for the formation of Israel? I will explain in this video. If you like this, please subscribe. West Asia refers to the region between Europe and Asia. This area is also called as Middle East. The conflicts that developed between Arabs and Jews are known as West Asian crisis. These fight between Arabs and Jews mainly related to the occupation of Palestine. Palestine was inhabited by Arabs, was under the control of British during the Second World War. Jerusalem is located in Palestine. It is a holy place for Jews, Christians and Muslims. The Jews considered Palestine as their promised land or motherland. But in ancient times, these Jewish people were pushed out or knocked out from Palestine by the Arabs. Then these Jews have settled in some Europe and Asian countries here and there. In Europe, majority of the people were Christians. This Christian community used to persecute, that means used to torture the Jewish people. The Christians considered the Jews that they were responsible for the crucifixion of the Jesus Christ. In Germany, the conflicts have mounted to peak. The Nazis extremely subjected the Jewish people to severe tortures in Germany. Millions of Jewish people were killed and jailed. Then, unable to bear these tortures, a movement had been emerged by the Jewish people. This movement was known as Zionist movement. The aim of this movement was to unite all the Jewish people that spread across the world and to reclaim Palestine. The Jews aimed to build a separate state for Jews. In this way, the Zionist movement activities have begun. This movement was supported by Western powers. But already the Palestinians, that means mostly Arab Muslims, were living there. Then this became a bone of contention. While this was going on, oil reserves were discovered in the Middle East, mostly in Arabian Peninsula. Most of the oil reserves were discovered. Then the superpowers, United States and Russia, wanted to bring this under their control. They don't want to let the other countries to establish their control in oil available areas. America and Russia has already placed their troops in Palestine. In 1947, in order to stop this bone of contention, United Nations has passed a resolution. According to this resolution, Palestine was divided into two parts. The two parts are Arab and Jewish states. Then the British had to withdraw their troops from Palestine as per this resolution. Then Israel was created for Jewish people. The Arabs could unable to digest the creation of new state, Israel for the Jews. The Arabs refused to recognize Israel as a legitimate state. With this, the conflicts between Jews and Arabs were exaggerated. As per this resolution, the Arabs were forced to leave their homes and properties. They had to take shelter as refugees in other Arab states. The president of Egypt was Abdul Nasser. He made an effort to unite all the Arabs. He supported the Arabs. He formed suicide squads. These suicide squads are called as Fidains. He wanted to cause explosions through suicide squads in public places in Israel. He aggressed on Britain and France. He demanded Britain to withdraw its troops from the Suez Canal. Due to arrogancy of Nasser, United States has withdrew financial assistance to Egypt for the construction of Aswan Dam. Nasser nationalized the Suez Canal with the support of USSR. USSR supplied arms and ammunition for Egypt's struggle against Western countries. In 1956, Israel attacked Egypt with the support of Western powers. USA and USSR advised to stop the war. Then Israel has stopped the war and had to withdraw its army. In 1967, Arabs attacked Israel. Israel decided that offense is the best form of defense. Then Israel attacked Egypt and destroyed its entire air force. It also occupied the portions of Gaza, Golan Heights and the West Bank. Then United Nations made a resolution and advised the Israel to stop the war and return the occupied territories. But Israel did not accept to return the occupied territories, but it stopped the war. Israel hoped that these occupied territories would act as buffer zone. This war was remained as a serious setback to Arab movement. In the meanwhile, an organization PLO was established in 1964 in Jordan. PLO means Palestine Liberation Organization. This organization united all the different Arab factions. Its aim was to regain the land it lost without violence. PLO leader was Yasser Arafat. Under the leadership of Yasser Arafat, PLO forced the Arab states to attack Israel in 1967. But the Arab states were not enthusiastic in this regard. Then PLO, Palestine Liberation Organization, has split into two groups. The group which was under the control of Yasser Arafat began to involve in terrorist activities. This group involved in terrorist activities like plane hijacking, etc. In 1972, during Munich Olympics, this group has kidnapped Israel Olympic squad and they have killed many sports persons. Israel used such attacks by Palestinians and mounted further attacks. This region has been constantly with wars and terrorist attacks. Finally, PLO has been broken into so many small groups. Eventually, Yasser Arafat gave up terrorism and agreed to find a peaceful solution by recognizing the formation of Israel. He held negotiations with Israel to end the long war. He made agreements regarding to self-rule for Palestinians. Then, Israel has accepted to withdraw its troops from West Bank. In addition, Israel has accepted to grant suffrage to Arab residents of Palestine. But Israel has failed to implement its promises. But Israel is still continuing attacks on Palestinians under one pretext or the other. Many countries have agreed PLO as the legitimate representative of Palestinian states and Yasser Arafat was its president. Yasser Arafat has died in 2004 due to suspected poisoning. In the next video, I will explain who has killed Yasser Arafat.